Howdy everyone, this is Grakef. So you already seen the title of this video. It's called Hard Mode, Bring on the Pain. This is going to be an interesting episode, hopefully you enjoy it. There's a lot of dying, and that's basically what I did for 7 or 8 hours of playtime in Hard Mode. Just trying different things to see what works, and just a lot of dying. So we're going to start off here with the pirate event. That was the first one that I got for hard mode. Lots of dying. Again, ended up having to cheese the final boss, the Flying Dutchman. I kind of built me a little hiding hole and just stuck my yo-yo out there and kind of punched him that way. But yeah, I tried summoning builds, I tried melee builds, I tried ranger builds, and that ends up kind of being the ticket. But you'll have to wait till part 12 to see all that. Yeah, it's definitely been interesting playing 1.4 versus 1.3 hard mode, and then playing with somebody versus doing these fights solo. And this is the farthest I'd ever gotten Terraria, was to the mechanical bosses. And having played them in 1.4 and got through it, I was like, okay, maybe I sucked before and I've learned how to get better. No, they balance things, I think, a little bit better in 1.4. So, yeah, I finally find a solution to beat the mechanical bosses, but again, you're going to have to wait till part 4 to see all that. So, alright, well, I will let you go, and I'll join you back when we get to the Flying Dutchman. Alright, so here we go, the Flying Dutchman fight. Pretty straightforward-ish. Again, I just don't have a lot of damage. So what I ended up doing here is I tried to get it from the top, and the yo-yo string wasn't long enough. So I end up going back down a level, and then I drill a little hole through and do it that way. trying some magic here as well. Just, it's completely ineffective. And while they're not killing me, I'm not killing them either. And again, that was kind of my whole beginning of the hard mode here. Just trying to survive while they don't kill me. So there's one cannon down. Just using the mana I have and just sitting there trying to wait for it to regen. So, you know, I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. Let's try something else. And I decide to clear out the pirates that are spawning inside the house. And while, again, you know, not terribly effective, I do manage to kill some of them. I'm not sure if that's the alchemist or one of the other characters, but that particular NPC saves my bacon a lot, as you'll see in the various playthroughs. Definitely a very neat effect there with the potion that they're throwing. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna mine out a little gap in the wall. And there we go. Much more effective. It does allow the pirates to come in and get me, but I'm able to complete this fight. I really wanted to like that flower, by the way. It just, at this point, I'm getting a little tired of the yo-yo. I'm using it in my 1.4 playthrough, and so I was trying to use some various other weapons. So yeah, that was the Flying Dutchman. Okay, so I'm showing off my new armor here. I have two sets, the spider armor and then the adamantite armor. I got a little bit chipped on the hard mode ores, so I got cobalt, planum, and amandite or whatever. I didn't end up with the nice ones. Anyways, and so this, I'm just showing you kind of my loadout and the stuff that I have. And unfortunately, it does okay, but it's pretty much ineffective. Alright, so on to more fighting. So what we're going to have here is 3 boss battles. 3 attempts at the mechanical boss. I must have tried a bunch. And it just was not very effective. I couldn't dodge well enough, and I just was not doing enough damage. As you'll see here during this destroyer fight, I'm just getting slaughtered in those laser bombardments, but just not hitting them. So it was rough. I must have done this fight maybe 15-20 times, and yeah, I just kept going down. And here's the twins finally. And I think this is probably one of the ones that I do the best on, but I'm pounding potions here, trying to last through the fight. And that actually ends up being how I'm able to beat all 3 of them, is the alchemist sells some very OP potions. And that's what I end up doing, is completely cheesing and using those OP potions, and then I'm able to have an interesting fight with the mechanical bosses. And again, I do fairly well. I get both of these down to half health, but unfortunately, I just don't make it. Alright, this take like 9,523. Not really, more like take 4, 5. So let's see what happens. Okay, well, ran out of time on that one, but I got closer. Alright, we've finally come to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, leave a like, dislike. Also consider subscribing and a comment. I try to answer all the comments, and I also leave likes and loves for comments as well. So, hope you're safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember, love is love. And we've end on one winning battle finally, and this ends up being the majority of what I spend my time between this episode and the next, is farming mimics as well as using this AFK farm you can kind of see here. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Part 12 is going to be a lot more fights and battles, a lot more successful fights and battles, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys next week. This is Grakef, signing off.